everybody, I'm gonna show you the best and easiest 3-ingredient protein pancakes that, man, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to eat healthy, if you want a higher volume of food with lower calories, these things are absolute game changers. I don't know how many years I've been eating these things right now. Actually, shout out to the guy Andy who originally showed me this recipe. I'm gonna show you how to make this. It only takes a couple minutes. You only need, like I said, 3 ingredients. Bananas, especially if they look like this. You got bananas, like we all got bananas like this sitting around the house, right? You can use these for more than just banana bread. You can make some protein banana pancakes. So you need bananas like this, and then you either need eggs or egg whites. I'm gonna use egg whites because less calories, right? More volume, less calories. And then you need a whey casein protein, okay? This cannot be overstated. You can't just use any vanilla protein that you've got or any protein powder. It has to be a whey casein blend. It affects the entire situation with the pancake in terms of texture, in terms of how far it spreads out, in terms of being able to flip it on your griddle. All those sorts of things matter. So again, as always, recommend the Quest Vanilla Milkshake Protein. And the recipe could not be simpler, okay? Anybody can do this. 1 banana plus 1 egg or 3 tablespoons of egg whites plus 1 scoop of protein powder. It doesn't get simpler than that. 1 banana, 1 egg, 1 scoop of protein powder. That's gonna go into your bowl. You mix it all together and then you divide that out between however many pancakes you want to eat. Now, obviously, I have 2 bananas right here, so I'm gonna maybe kind of adjust the recipe a little bit. I'm able to kind of do it just off of memory at this point, but since we got about 1 medium banana, 1 small to medium banana, I'm gonna go with 2 scoops of protein powder, extra protein, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more egg whites in order to make sure the texture is right. But let me show you how you want the texture of this mixture to look as you go along. All of our ingredients, they're gonna go into the bowl, right? And you can break up the banana to make this a little bit easier for yourself. I'm gonna go into the bowl with multiple bananas here, and you can do this, maybe you have enough food here that you can make this for 2 people. I would say I can probably eat as much as is gonna go in here. So first things first, just smash the bananas. Smash it into a little bit of a banana paste. Again, I'm gonna show you this in real time because you're gonna see exactly how fast you can do this. So smash the bananas, swirl it around, make sure you get it into a paste. You don't want huge chunks of bananas here. You want them to get incorporated into the mixture, and that's why the more brown the banana, the better they are for banana pancakes, because why? Well, they're gonna smash way easier, right? Okay, second ingredient that goes into the bowl, always eggs or egg whites. Why? Because if you dump the protein in, it's gonna get all clumped on the sides. So go in with your egg whites second. I'm gonna kind of just eyeball this, but again, for this recipe, I would use 1 regular egg, or I would use roughly 3 to 5 tablespoons of egg whites. You're gonna stir that all together. Again, we're showing this in real time because this will be the easiest banana pancakes, easiest protein pancakes that you will ever make, okay? And you only need these 3 ingredients: bananas, eggs, protein powder. Okay, should look something like this, right? It just kind of looks a little too runny, things like that. Well, that's where the protein powder is gonna come into play, right? Okay, I'm gonna go in with 2 scoops of protein powder to really boost the protein for to keep you, so you're not hungry throughout the day. You can even go 1 3/4, that's okay. And if you wanna be more exact on the macros with this, obviously, be exact. Be as exact as you wanna be. I'm gonna say that was 1 3/4 scoops of protein. And I'll enter this all into MyFitnessPal so you can kind of see the whole macros of this. But again, you're just stirring these ingredients together. Very simple, should look exactly like this. Very paste-like, very batter-like, okay? This is the consistency you want right here. It's exactly what we want. And you know what, I actually have this, like, if you have any kids, they can work to your advantage, okay? Always have wet wipes and plastic stuff on hand like this. It makes for much easier scraping off the bottom than does a regular piece of silverware. So You can scrape all that protein off the bottom so that you're not sacrificing any of that protein. And again, it should look exactly like this right here. All right, so you've got your batter all ready to go. What's next? You gotta heat up the griddle, okay? So I heat up the griddle to 250 here. You can obviously kind of just gauge it by whatever works for your griddle, but you don't wanna burn these things immediately. So I've found that 200 on the griddle is too low, 300 is too high. But all I'm gonna do is just kind of scoop this out. And I like to do individual pancakes instead of, some people like to do one big pancake, which you can do that. There's no rules here, absolutely. But I'm just gonna scoop out this batter in little increments here and kind of make it into circles. And this is what you're seeing right here is the importance of using the Quest protein, because without the Quest protein, this batter is just gonna keep spreading. It's like if you spill water on a surface, that's kind of what it's like. So that's why, one of the biggest reasons why you want to use the Quest protein. So we've got 4 good sized pancakes here. Pro tip as well for toppings for the pancakes, right? Because that's always a big question. I always use frozen blueberries. Now I would recommend, if you're on a cut, maybe using strawberries, because strawberries are the lowest calorie fruit that you can find. But I like this, the added texture of the blueberries on the pancakes. It adds a whole different layer of flavor. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball here. This is probably gonna be about half a cup, or something like that. We're just gonna heat up these frozen blueberries and throw those on top of our pancakes when they're all done. So here's the way that I can tell that these pancakes are ready to be flipped. You're not gonna see like a ton of bubbles on the top like you would if you were making pancakes with flour and things like that. You might see a few bubbles, but what you are gonna see is kind of just the doneness around the edge there. You can kind of tell just by looking at doneness around the edge, and if your spatula goes under it as easily as that one did. Very rarely do you get the first pancake to look like this. Come on, it looks perfect, the first one. So we're gonna flip all these pancakes, and we're just gonna kind of monitor them for doneness. I like to use my hand to kind of just tap the top. You can tell that they're like sliding around really easily right here, but once they stop sliding, it means they've kind of cooked all the way through on the inside, because these are kind of nasty if you don't let them cook all the way through on the inside. Trust me, I've eaten these enough times to know that they're a little bit gross if you don't cook them all the way through, but it's not gonna hurt you or anything. It's just a weird texture compared to normal pancakes. But if you want that fluffy pancake texture, you just gotta wait it out just a little bit longer here. We're not gonna burn them, but we're gonna keep on just kind of tapping to make sure that dough is getting cooked all the way through. Don't trick yourself into thinking these are done before they are. Look, slid under easily, but you can tell on this back side, this is not done yet. We want it to look as close to the other side as possible. So they still gotta keep cooking for another couple of minutes. Okay, now these are ready to go. We just pulled them off the griddle. We're gonna put our blueberries that I heated up for just about a minute in the microwave, just to get them, because I don't like it when they're super cold on top of the hot pancakes, things like that. But okay, we got the blueberries on. We're gonna go on with a little bit of whipped topping as well. Of course, you gotta measure that out so you make sure you're not overindulging in the whipped topping. Just 2 servings, 30 calories, nothing really crazy there by any means. And then the 0 sugar syrup, another hack, only 10 calories per serving. So we're gonna go ahead, add the syrup to these pancakes. Some of you like a little pancakes with your syrup. That would be me as well. Now, time for the taste test. Obviously, right? You wanna make sure you got the texture right as well. Don't want it to be super floppy. You want it to be nice and fluffy on the middle, right there, just like that. Gotta go in for a bite. These are an absolute life hack. Absolute life hack when it comes to trying to eat healthy, trying to fit things that you love into your macros. This whole plate, I'm gonna post the MyFitnessPal stats. This whole plate is under 500 calories, 50 grams of protein right here, okay? So you can make this stuff easily in your everyday life. 3 ingredients, a banana, a scoop of protein, an egg. That's all you need to make protein pancakes like this wherever you're at. So Appreciate you for watching today. Thanks so much. See you soon.